I'm Jimmy Martin, and this is Porchin with Jimmy Martin. And this week, I want to talk to you about why is it so hard for people to say good morning, good evening, good day, something like that. So, the reason why I'm saying this, and it's really irked me for some reason. So, on our morning walks, me and my dog, we walk about a mile or two in the mornings. And the other morning, we encountered three adults, one child. And as we were leaving the amenity center, that's what we call our place where we have our pool and tennis courts and indoor gym and our regular gym that people work out at. The amenity center is right down the road. It's about a mile-ish from my house, maybe half a mile. And we'd already walked our loop, and we're coming back. We encountered the first two people, one adult and one child. The adult was busy looking at her phone, and mind you now, it is around 6 o'clock or so, somewhere along that line, and I thought it was kind of awful early for the child to be catching a bus, but I think that's what they were doing, because they were walking from the house on the sidewalk, and I just said good morning. No one said anything, and I looked at my dog and said, well, it must not be a good morning to them. And I kept on walking. I heard something. She said, grumbled something. And I say it's a she. I think it was a woman, because again, it was dark. And I kept walking. I didn't pay no attention and everything. And then I encountered the second person. Now, I've seen this lady before. She walks, she wears headphones, the big kind that cover her ears, which I would not do that in this neighborhood because people drive kind of fast. But she does stay to the sidewalks. And I said good morning and waved. She did her hand like that and waved. She always speaks. And I'm like, all right, so I'm okay now. Someone at least acknowledge me. And then as I'm walking down the road, not too long after I talked to the woman, waved to her, see another person. Guy looked at me less than probably 10 feet from me, and I said, hey, how you doing? Good morning. Looked at me and did not say a flipping word. And I'm like, how hard is it to say something? I looked at my dog again. I said, Lucy, it must not be a effing good morning. And I said it loud enough for him to hear it. I don't know if he said anything. I went into my driveway, whatever. But my question is it really that hard to say good morning? Is it really, when someone asks you something and they ask you, how you doing? I'm good. How are you doing? Good. And that's it. That's the conversation. 2 seconds. That's all it takes. 2 effing seconds. I'm not asking for your phone number, not asking for your social security number. I'm not asking for the last 3 years of your tax return. I just want you to say good morning to me. Good afternoon. How you do? We don't have to get into a conversation the last 30 minutes. The longer I want to talk to you is probably about maybe 30 seconds, maybe not even that, because I'm doing something. I'm either going back home, getting ready to go do my work, I'm about to go work out or something. You know what I'm saying? So do you say good morning to people? Do you say good evening, how you doing? And if I don't see you, good night, if you're one of those kind of people. I'm just wondering, what is wrong with people and just won't say good morning or good night or good afternoon or just hey, how you doing? I read something somewhere where this person in San Diego, he lived not too far from the Golden Gate Bridge, and he walked down to the Golden Gate Bridge and he jumped off of it. Later on, when they went back to his house, and he was missing for a couple of days, and found out that they found his body. Went back to his house, and he had wrote a letter, and he said, if I walk to the Golden Gate Bridge and one person smiles at me, and if they smile back or I smile at them, I won't commit suicide. But he went and committed suicide. I'm not saying that you have to. It is your duty to do it and everything. You don't know what other people's going through, but it doesn't really hurt to smile, say good morning, good afternoon, or good night. So just in the future, when someone says something to you, or you may acknowledge it, or you may start the conversation, or they may start the conversation. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you doing? It's a good day. It's pretty outside, blah, blah, blah. That's all sometimes. That's what people need. Think about it. I'm Jimmy Martin. This is Porchin.